What's up, guys? So, as I'm heading home and I got stuck in this heavy traffic, I'm gonna make a video about. This is actually a video request from one of my viewers. He was telling me that maybe you can make a video about the experience that you had with a female friend. And I'm not gonna talk about friend zone. I'm just gonna talk about her, like my experiences with her. But on the topic of friend zone, maybe I'm gonna make another video about that, because that's gonna be like a whole another video. So in this video, I'm just gonna describe like what happened between me and her. So back in 2017, like late 2017, I met this girl. She was kind of close to me. She was living close to me. I met her through my mom and her friend. And so basically we're started like talking and all that stuff. At first, like when we saw each other, I kind of was attracted to her a little bit, but I noticed that she was faking, like she kind of was liking me and all that stuff, but the whole time she didn't like me, and I kind of got that vibe, that she didn't like me, but or she wasn't attracted to me like that, So we, I think about the second time that we saw each other, we exchanged information. Like I got her number, I got her Instagram and all that stuff. So we started talking, and from the beginning, she was kind of like being a little bit of like harsh. Like when she was texting, like she was like, the problem is that she was like, I felt like she was shit testing me a lot. Like even though like she didn't have no feelings towards me, she was shit testing the hell out of me, and she was like writing some stuff that, she just wanted to know like what my reaction would be, like what would I say and all that stuff, how would I react to it. And sometimes I don't get me wrong, sometimes I was getting fumbled, and but I was like still responding her good. I'm not the most experienced guy when it comes to females, but with her, it was kind of decent, with her. At first, I wasn't too comfortable with her, but later, like, we hung out. Like, at first, I was trying to ask her out, and she was keep telling me no. She was keep bringing some ridiculous excuses, like, like my hair, I haven't done my hair and all that stuff. Oh, I can't, I'm working today and all that BS. And remind you, like she was only working like 3 days a week. And I wasn't asking her out on the days that she had to work. That's the problem. But she was saying like, oh, my manager just called me. He was saying like I have to be at work. Somebody called out and all that BS. But after that, after about like multiple attempts, after about like, I would say like 3 or 4 attempts, it was April 1st, I remember. It was April 1st. And I kind of lied to her, I kind of told her like, I got fired from my job. My boss was being an a-hole to me and all that stuff. I got fired and I'm kind of depressed, which is a big mistake. Like it was a big mistake from my end, and I take that blame fully. But surprisingly, she was like, oh, you want to go out and talk about it and all that stuff? And I was like, what the hell? So I was kind of surprised. I was like, you know what? I don't have no hope. She's just like, she just doesn't want to go out. But I told her that, and then I guess like I kind of got lucky. But so we hung out that same day. I took it to a nice place and we talked a little bit, and after like we were almost at the end of the day, obviously nothing happened, no kiss, no sex, nothing. After the day was almost over, I told her like, hey, you know what day it is, right? And she was like, no, I don't know what day it is. And surprisingly, she didn't know what day it was. And I was like, it's April Fool's, like I lied to you. I was joking with you. And she kind of took it as offense, She kind of took it serious. She said like, oh, you lied to me and all that stuff. Oh, like I just went out with you, but you lied to me. I didn't expect that out of you and all that stuff. I'm like, but look, this day, everybody knows about this. Like it's we're joking, And she was like, no, I don't take it as a joke. You just like wanted to go out with me. I'm like, I didn't want to go out with you. Like, I mean, I asked you, but you were saying like no. But and then I said that, you said like, okay, let's go. So that's not me, You wanted to go out, and she was like, oh, because I feel bad for you. I wanted to talk to you so you feel better and all that stuff. I'm like, okay, why is it so serious? Like it's nothing serious. Like, why would you want to be happy if I lose my job? Like, seriously. And so after like few minutes of like arguing back and forth about some nonsense, she was like, okay, all right, it's cool, it's cool, I get that, I get that you're joking, I was like, oh, thank God. Damn, these girls that cannot take a joke, like, god damn it. So that's another thing, guys. Sometimes you never know. Like, you joke with a girl, sometimes you never know how she's gonna react, bro. Sometimes she can like be super serious. Sometimes she can't take it as a humor and all that stuff. But sometimes, I'm telling you, bro, sometimes like you're gonna start like World War III with that girl with just one joke, okay? Not like a lie, just a joke, So imagine if this wasn't April Fool's and I said that to her, she would probably like block me completely. But anyways, so we came home and we still talk. She texted me. She was like, hey, what's up? I like, are you good and all that stuff? I'm like, yeah, I'm good. It's I know like we went back and forth and all that stuff, but we're good. I'm good. She was like, yeah, I know, I kind of took it kind of serious, I kind of like went too far. I'm like, yeah, you did, but it's all good, it's fine, no worries. So basically, we're start going out after that, but on the third time that we went out, right? On the second time we went out, like nothing happened again. On the third time that we went out, I took her to this park that her dad, because she lost her dad, and I took her to this park that her dad was taking her, and we're like kind of like playing like hide and seek, and it was nighttime, it was nighttime, and so she was like, she started hiding on one of those she was hiding like somewhere, like I couldn't even see her, but I finally found her, and she thought like she was being slick and all that, but I found her, and she started laughing and all that stuff, and she was like, oh, I didn't expect you to find me and all that stuff. I'm like, hey, doesn't matter if you go under the rock, I'm still gonna find you. So I was like joking with her and all that stuff, and then I just like, I grabbed her hand, and like I said, it was dark, it was nobody there. I grabbed her hand and I was just walking like to a bench, and we sat at the bench, and you know, I still had I still held her hand and all that stuff. I start kissing on her hand, and after that I was like talking like a little, like you guys can say, game and all that stuff. I was talking a little game or riz. I was rizzing her up a little bit. And after that, I wrapped my hand around her shoulder, you know, and I put her head on my shoulder, you know, and I kissed her head like a couple times, and she was just laying there. The funny thing is, like, she had her hand almost at my shoulder, but she wasn't like, you know, she wasn't like grabbing my shoulder. That's the weird part. And so, you know, after that, for like few minutes, I did the same thing. I was like hugging up on her. We're like sitting right in, like, we were like our bodies were like touching each other. And after like few minutes, she was like, okay, I'm kind of like, I want to go home. My mom is gonna get mad at me and all that stuff. So I was like, okay, all right. So what I did was, when she got up, I still like put my hand around her shoulder, and we were walking, and she actually put her hand around my back, you know, and we were walking like that until our car. And then we sat in the car, and on the way home, we had each other's hand, like we grabbed each other's hand like while we were driving. And then we came home, and this is the funny thing. Everything was cool, right? I mean, obviously we didn't have like sex around anything. I didn't kiss her and all that. I mean, I kissed her head, but we didn't like, I didn't kiss her on the lips or neck or nothing like that, you know? So I came home. She got home. Again, we text each other goodbye and all that stuff, good night and all that bull crap. The next day, I got a text from her, and she kind of seemed angry, you know? She was kind of angry. She was like, oh, I don't want to hang out with you and all that stuff. Oh, like, you know, oh, you kind of tricked me. Who you think I am and all that stuff. I'm like, what the hell? I was like in complete shock. I was like, what is going on? I thought everything was good. But she was mad, and she was saying like, I don't want to hang out with you. This is going to be the last time we're hanging out. And she was saying that over the text and all that. I'm like, man, like she started freaking overreacting for no reason, you know? And she was like, oh, I only see you as a friend, but you shouldn't have touched me, you know, you shouldn't have done this to me and all that. I'm like, but nothing happened though. Like, I didn't bang you or anything, you know? Like, she was like, oh, it doesn't matter. You still touch me. Friends should be friends and all that stuff. I'm like, man, this girl is crazy, bro. This girl is crazy. And that's what I found later, that she's a psychopath, you know? And so after that, you know, we kind of stopped talking for like a day or two, and then I hit her up, you know? I was like, man, maybe I messed up, you know? Maybe I messed up, so I'm gonna hit her up, so maybe I can make her feel better, you know? I hit her up. I was like, hey, I'm sorry, you know? You didn't make your intentions clear. Like, you didn't say, like, I see you as a friend and all that stuff. Because she didn't tell me. Like, on the first or second date, she didn't tell me, like, she sees me as a friend. But after that happened, you know, she said, like, I mean, the whole time she was seeing me as a friend, honestly, bro. The whole time. Because, like, at first, like, she didn't ask me for my Instagram. She didn't ask me for my number. She didn't ask me for my name, bro. Like, at first, like, the interest was very low, like very low. Now I know before you guys gotta be like, oh, you screwed up, bro, you messed up, that's why she put you in the friends. No, bro, she was seeing me as a friend from the beginning, from the jump. I wasn't her type, bro. Like, I'll be honest, I wasn't her type. That's it. So after that, I talked to her. She was like, okay, it's fine. I'm gonna try to forget it, but next time don't do it. You know, next time when we go out, you know, like, don't do it. I'm like, all right. So I took the next time that we hung out, I took her to this nice place. It was pretty cool and all that stuff. But you know, and then we hung out, we went to the beach and all that stuff. We went to a park. Obviously nothing happened. It just like, maybe we touched each other a little bit, but nothing crazy, you know, nothing like these couples do, you know. So basically, I took it to those places. The problem is that every time I was going out with her, I was the one who was paying for her. That's the problem, bro. And I thought, like, if I'm paying for her, she's gonna change her mind. But as I was paying for her, I felt like she kind of became entitled. She was like, oh, you know, you're a guy, you should pay. It doesn't matter if you're friends and all that stuff. That's what she told me. Because one time, I told her, like, I thought we were friends, you know, like, why should I pay for you? And she was like, oh, you know, like, you're a man, you should pay and all that stuff. I'm like, what? I don't have to. I don't have to pay. Like, we're friends. I'm not getting nothing from you. So after, like, oh, and then, by the way, it was a period of time that we didn't talk to each other for like I would say 4 months, 3 months, 4 months. Nothing. We didn't talk to each other. She didn't text me or nothing. And then one time, I hit her up. And don't get me wrong, guys, I was being a simp. You know, I really tried to get with this girl. Like, I thought, like, because, guys, when you don't have no chance, when you don't have no options, I get that you become a simp. But after, like, a couple of bad experiences, you know, you start to learn that it's not worth it, you know. Even if a girl doesn't want you, fuck it, you know. But I learned that after this, you know. This was like 6-7 years ago, guys. So maybe more, 7-8 years ago. So, you know, we hung out and all that stuff, and then no, never mind. It was her sister's birthday, you know. And the funny thing is, her sister was my brother's girlfriend. You know, her sister was my brother's girlfriend. And so, you know, we went out, you know, to this pretty cool restaurant for her birthday. And you know, everything was good, everything was cool. But the problem is that when we came back, I started noticing, like, she started giving me attitude, you know, for whatever reason, you know, something was bothering her, so she started giving me attitude, you know. And, you know, I kind of got upset, you know. I was like, what the hell is wrong with this girl? Like, why is she giving me attitude, you know? So I was like, you know what? I told my brother, just drop me off at my home. I don't want to deal with this bull crap, you know. So she basically ruined her sister's birthday and then she didn't even feel bad, bro. It was her sister, and she didn't feel bad. That's the messed up part. Like, what kind of messed up person are you? Like, you rather ruin your sister's birthday for no reason because you don't like a guy? And after that, she blocked me, you know? She blocked me, and I didn't pay attention to that. Like, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna move on with my life. That's it. I'm gonna move on with my life. I'm not gonna hit her up or anything. About 3 weeks later, she hit me up. Like, out of blue. I was hanging out with my friend. I went with my friend to this really cool restaurant. Like, it was pretty cool. It was a long ass line, but it was pretty cool. We're chilling and all that stuff. We're talking, and then randomly I saw her like phone call. I was like, what the hell? Why is she calling me? Like, I thought like she completely done with me, you know? She blocked me on social media and everything. And she called me and she was like, hey, I'm calling you, telling you like I'm sorry, I kind of overreacted. I'm like, okay, but don't you know like you ruined your sister's birthday? And she was like, yeah, don't worry about that, you know, don't worry about that. I'm just talking about between me and you. I'm like, I kind of feel bad for your sister. And she was like, don't worry about my sister. And see how much of a narcissist she was, bro. She was saying like, don't worry about my sister. It's her special day and she ruined it and she doesn't care. Like, what the anyways, so she was like, hey, my bad, you know, if you want we can be cool with each other. Mistake number one, I shouldn't be cool with her. Like I shouldn't have tell her like, hey, you know what, I don't want to see you. But my simp ass, you know, went right back, and I was like, all right, it's fine. So this time she told me like, let's hang out. So we hung out. She brought her car, and she basically took me to this Starbucks, you know, Starbucks coffee, and she bought me a coffee and she paid for it. First time that she, like, out of all the time that we paid, it was the first time that she paid for me, you know. And this thing continued for like two and a half years, bro. And I kind of was fed up, you know, but we hung out, everything was cool, you know. We talked a little bit. And she was one of those girls that she was becoming jaded real quick, you know. She was like one of those girls that, you know, if you say the wrong thing, bro, like, you're done, you know. She was one of those girls. And so I was like, you know what, it's fine, you know. Like I said, I was a simp, you know, back then. I admit that, you know. But like I said, I learned from my mistake. I'm pretty sure all of you were the simps, bro. All of you. But we learned. Some of us, we never learned. But some of us, we learned. You know, I learned. So, but now this was after that, you know, after like I stopped talking to her completely, you know. So we were hanging out until the COVID hit, you know. COVID hit, and she just didn't want to like interact with me because, you know, she was saying like, oh, it's COVID, 6 feet distance and all that stuff, oh, blah blah blah, and all that bull crap, right? So we didn't hang out, and about 4 months later, I hit her up again, you know, see like if still changed her mind, and you know, and she went out with me, and you know, we went to this restaurant. Of course, I paid for her, and I was kind of surprised she paid for the tip, you know. We were like talking and all that stuff for like a couple hours, and then let me remember what happened. Oh yeah, and then like I was on the way home, so I didn't know that was the last time that I hung out with her, because the other time, because like at that moment, after that, you know, I hit her up, and because I was kind of getting tired of getting used, you know. I was tired of getting used, and I told her like, hey, you know, if you want to hang out, I'm not gonna pay for you. You have to pay for yourself, you know, because we're friends. And she was like, okay, that's fine. That's the funny thing, you know. She said, okay, that's fine. And then like about a week later, I hit her up. I was like, you wanna hang out? And she was like, no, I'm not. I can't. I'm working and all that stuff. All right. About a week later, I hit her up again. I was like, you want to hang out and all that stuff? She was like, nah, it's cool. You know, I can't. I have plans. I have to study and all that stuff, because she was going to school. So after that, I really got tired. I was like, F this. And I blocked her. I blocked her number. I completely like, you know, I completely blocked her from everything that I know. And after that, I never heard from her. She never heard from me. And that was it. And it's been 5 years that none of us heard from each other. So, yeah, that was my experience with that girl in the friend zone. You know, I don't know what you guys gonna think. I know this video got too long. And don't get me wrong, I chopped a lot of things, because this thing was gonna go like for days, you know, or for a few hours. So I chopped a lot of things. So basically, I don't know what you guys think. Maybe you guys gonna think like I'm a complete simp, which I was. After this, bro, if a girl was saying like, if the girl wasn't taking me serious, boom, done. That's it. I wasn't even look at her twice. I wasn't even like, if I see her the next time, I wouldn't even like say nothing to her, say hi or nothing. I was just gonna completely like treat her like a stranger, you know, like a complete stranger. Or maybe I don't know, man. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. You know, like in this situation. Like, have you guys been in the similar situation? Have you guys like experienced the same thing? Was I the crazy one? Was she was the crazy one? Was both of us were crazy ones? But either way, man, that's pretty much it. And I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you guys actually learned something new. You know, I hope you guys, especially young ones, you know, because when we're young, we're dumb. So I hope you guys learned something new. And never find yourself in these situations, you know, because these situations can actually damage you, bro. These situations can be really painful. Even though we're friends, but the friend that your friend, you know, like your female friend can actually hurt you more than a girlfriend, bro. I'm telling you. So either way, that's my rant, that's my video, that was my story. Leave your comments, like the video if you liked it. I know this video went too long, but I'll catch you guys on the next one.